Someone asked me, when do you leave your full-time job to go to your part-time side business, whatever it may be? I believe it all depends on your circumstances. When I started my business, I had crazy low bills. I was living in a place that was crazy cheap. Having high bills is probably one of the worst things you can do unless you have a very high profiting business that you're gonna be working with. The person that was asking me was a detailer, so it's a lot of physical work. It takes a lot of time sometimes to do these details. Say your life costs you $2,000 a month, which is on the low end for a lot of people. If you're making at least $2,000 a month doing it part-time and all that, you know, it depends on your work ethic. If you do not have the work ethic, you are not going to be able to make more money. If you say, if I quit my job, I have 40 more hours a week to be able to make more money. I can go get new customers, I can advertise, I can do all this stuff. You know, you're hungry, you want the money, you're gonna get the money no matter what. But if you're one of the people that it gets comfortable and you're like, oh, I make $2,000 a month, I'm okay, I don't need more business, whatever, I will be able to survive. Do not leave your job. You need to be in the state where you are dedicated to making as much money as possible. If you make $2,000 a month and that was enough for you to last this month, what happens if you get injured next month? What happens if your kid is sick for a week and you have to stay home and keep them from school? There are so many different situations that you don't know what's gonna happen. You have to constantly be stacking as much cash as you possibly can, making as much money. If you say halfway through the month you made $2,000, you're like, oh, I can take off tomorrow. Do not quit your job. You need to be in a position where you are constantly, I made $2,000 this month, let's see if I can make another $2,000 by the end of the month. Be in that zone or you're not gonna be a business owner for the rest of your life. You can't just be the, oh, I hate working for people, you know, that's part of it. Some people do not, they can't handle dealing with other people telling them what to do. Cool, but also like, it's me, I'm being a business owner, I'm constantly having to listen to other people, whether they work with me, for me, if I buy stuff from them, they create their own rules that I have to listen to, just like my customers have to listen to certain things that I do. You guys are worried about leaving your full-time job, but you need to be worried about how fast can you make money. It's Tuesday and you already made enough money for the full week. I've been there. I've made enough money on the full week by Monday. I started slacking off the rest of the week. And then next week is so slow that I don't even make enough money to afford payroll the following week. Now I'm using last week's money. It's a whole vicious cycle that you have to get out of. You need to constantly be fighting for more money and hustling as hard as you can. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any other business questions. I'm not the greatest or whatever, but I have real life experience being a very, very poor person that made somewhat of a life for myself, being able to work for myself. So I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.